Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Conquest Clash. We got a great match today. We got Dino versus Ket, two excellent PvP players. Excited to see some high-level Beastieball. I'm excited to show off this format. Again, it's a format we haven't done before. We got three teams from each of them with completely unique teams. No beasties shared between the teams of each player. It looks like the classic stall Gremler team from Dino. So let me get that up there. And then we're against the last team, Team 3 from Ket. So we have the teams on the sidebar here, just so everybody can reference it, and we're off. We're getting right into it. All right. Okay. So I was wondering what Dino would serve with. So it looks like Dino's on the serve, and we got Ket receiving. Actually starts with the we got the rally immediately. So we did not have the Gremler start. Probably saw that that Ket was running an offensive rally team and didn't want to put Gremler in the line of fire here. Okay, here we go. Team should be updated on the side. So we actually see the Gremler switch in here. So again, usually the receiving team has a little bit more of a momentum shift. So they usually get to control the pace of the game just because they're the first team that gets a full offensive turn. I'm going to just turn on some music in the background here so it isn't silence. All right, so looks like Ket is actually going to be bringing the Noiser back out. So Noiser took just a little bit of damage from that initial serve, but it's still relatively healthy. And again, one of the strengths of Noiser is that Clamor trait that happens when Noiser switches in. So putting it back in the back where it can stay relatively healthy is going to be useful later. And so I think this is really just going to come down to, is Dino going to be able to stabilize? Because there's going to be a lot of pressure coming out here. We see the cut shot from the Circus. Be able to target that front row. Again, one of the weaknesses of using Gremler's trait, which redirects the attack to its ally, is it only works if both Gremler and its ally are in the same row. So it can be kind of hard when they're split apart where somebody has to bring the front row. Actually, Dino just decided to essentially take the point and switch into a more favorable beastie here. Unfortunately, Skarme got really low really early. Oh, interesting. So we actually see Gremler moving up here preemptively. It's kind of an interesting move. I assume this is because it must be because they're expecting to see more front row moves from Ket and just wants to get set up in the front row. So obviously stuff like cut shot that targets the front row is nice for bringing your opponent forward, but it's not like other sideways moves that can hit either the front row or back row. So if you're able to set up in the front row like Dino got to here, now Gremler is permanently set up. There's no way to split them apart unless point is scored. So we did see that the Dreadful Mist got set up here by Dino, so this is going to start to chip away, doing a little bit of damage to everyone every turn, both teams. And it also prevents the noisy status on Noiser, so Noiser cannot redirect attacks anymore. And honestly, this actually looks like it's getting to be a much better spot for Dino. I think Dino started to stabilize a little bit. Again, being a stall team, it's okay to lose the first point, sometimes even the first 2 points. It's really about controlling the pace of the game and essentially just wearing down your opponent. So we actually see the torch pass from Bongus to get the Gremler back healthy. So Gremler took some damage trying to move forward initially there. And now is perfectly healthy. And again, I'm assuming that Dino wants to leave it in as long as possible. All right, and so you see the effect of this dread here. Unfortunately, the Plumask actually got drained. So if you basically lose the rest of your stamina, but it wasn't from an attack, it's from something like Dread Mist or from Sweaty, instead of being knocked out for 4 turns, you're knocked out for 8. And not only that, when you're wiped out on the field, all you can do is use Free Ball. You can't do any of your normal moves, including your other attacks. So you saw there, unfortunately, got stuck out with the Plumask being wiped that turn. So unfortunately, couldn't really do anything. And unfortunately, Ket's team needs the offense, needs to be able to do damage, have threats. And unfortunately, if it continues on like this, we're gonna see Dino start to slowly whittle away at this team.
Hello?
Oh, hey, Bolimar! You made it!
I'm so sorry, something came up.
No, you're good. You're good, man. We are...
how many games are we into?
This is the very first game, so you came at a great time.
Thank God.
Yeah, Bolimar, thank you for coming. I'm glad you were able to make it for the important part, which is the the actual matches. So right now, if you're able to, are you able to view the chat sharing?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay, you can see it. Beautiful.
It looks pretty rough for Dino right now.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like
I know that this gold copy has Ego Blast, and it could actually deal a good chunk of damage though. So maybe it's not that bad.
Yeah. It's obviously it's 1-0. Ket does have a score lead, but I do feel like Dino's stabilized a little bit here.
Actually, the skull copy is a bit difficult to deal with compared to the other attackers on Ket's team, because what's its name? Yamith? It walls spirit attacks, but skull copy doesn't attack with spirit attacks. Yep.
And the Gremler's actually running Heartbreaker, which lowers spirit power, but does not lower mind power. So I think...
Yeah, that's actually kind of perfect.
Yeah. We were talking...
oh, this is good. This is a good situation. I take back what I said.
Yeah. And there we go. We do see the second point here from Ket. So yeah, it looks like that skull copy really was the key for being able to break through here. Because after the first quick point, it looked like Dino was starting to get some momentum and be able to, really start to wall Ket's team. But yeah, the there's a lot of tech here, like the Yamith and the Heartbreaker, to deal with the spirit stuff, but not this this mind attack from the Ego Blast. So do you think, I mean, 2 of Dino's beasts are wiped right now. I mean, do you think he has a chance to come back this game?
The important one has 100 HP, so maybe he can pull something out, but obviously Ket is up 2 points. He can sacrifice points to make things better for him. He can force Dino to serve 3 entire times.
Yeah.
It's an uphill battle for Dino. Dino can also maybe stall a little bit for his beasties to come back to life. So he might turn the tables by having 100 HP on them later in the fight.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. So we just saw the Bongus come back, and we do have that, the Scaldra coming back in 2 turns. I think if Dino's able to survive here for the next, 2, maybe 3 turns, I think there's a chance of coming back. But it is an uphill battle, I agree.
Yeah, on one hand, I think Dino has more effective HP, because, obviously, all 3 beasties are basically at 100 HP, but Ket has a point lead, and that's powerful because you can make plays that just sacrifice points in the name of having a better place in the fight.
Yeah, definitely. And I think the Circus is really the only other big threat here. Other than the skull copy, just to threaten the front row. Pretty sure that's the only front row move that Ket has. And there we go. We see the overpower there from the Yamith, be able to do some good damage here and actually getting them knockout into Noizard, which I think is a decent spot. But the downside here is, it will give Ket the advantage, at least for this next turn. Although, I do think targeting the Circus is probably a good idea just to eliminate the front row threat.
Yeah, make it so I can't use Cut Shot.
Yeah, and it simplifies decision making a little bit.
Challenge. If I recall correctly, that gives you Angry now.
Yeah, so challenge, the big change was it makes the target that gets hit angry. And the power of the move did go down a little bit. But that is a pretty big deal, especially
90
against a
base
team.
power spitball.
Yeah, yeah,
Although-
exactly. All right, so we got some quick turns here. Actually, wow. Yeah, Dino's able to
This is
strike
rough.
back here, and yeah, all of a sudden, you know, Ket's team is not looking so healthy.
Free ball.
Oh, interesting. Free ball. I wonder why that was. Wait, does Bongus not have an attack? Wait, yeah, Bongus doesn't have an attack. I forgot. I even have the overlay up, and I totally forgot. But that's fine. All right, so this is a nail biter.
The Grumbler with the legendary precise attack.
Yeah, so Raw Fury being able to go always where it's targeted, definitely a big deal. But we see that Majesty on that switch end of the Yammoth. And honestly, this might even be better because now the Yammoth can move to the net and then get volleyed to and then threaten an overpower. So this is...
Noise are with the full heal buying one more turn of time unless Yammoth somehow OHKOs it.
Yeah, but I don't think that's the case. We do have 90 body defense on the Noizard, so... Okay, and yeah, so Dino not opting to go to the net there, just content to sit back.
Rally.
Yeah, I don't... So the good news for Dino is, you know, the Raw Fury not enough to knock out.
I'm not sure what the calcs are. This is either GG or 50-50 in Dino's favor.
Yeah. Yeah, so we did have one overpower on Yammoth. So Yammoth is -1 body attack right now, but it still should be...
You can also use Patience.
Yes. Oh, that's true, because it clears its own debuffs, doesn't it? That's actually a good point. I didn't even think of that. Okay, so this is really threatening. For sure.
Oh, it is a 50-50.
Yeah, this is definitely a 50-50. So Surgus can absolutely survive, but the problem is you can only switch out one of them. Okay, so we actually have the shield.
Dino has 2 100 HP beasties in the back. I'm not sure if there's a plan for him to win from here.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Dino's in a great spot here.
That is without cut shot.
Yeah, well that's the thing, is like you without cut shot and without Ego Blast also, like there's not a lot of ways for Ket to put on pressure.
Oh.
Alright, there we go. This is the 50-50 wrong, and that is 1 score to Dino. Let me update the scoreboard here. Alright, Dino 1, Ket 0. So we get to see what teams we switch to here. So both players are allowed to switch, but again, for the format, Dino can no longer use his stall team. The team that we just saw from Dino, no longer allowed to be used. So Dino has to pick one of his 2 remaining teams.
How many doses did we see in that battle? I wasn't there.
Yeah, well, we saw at least 3 doses, at least. Well, I still think it's hilarious that 4 of the 5
like
beasties
1,000
have
HP.
those. Yeah, that's really funny. But I mean, it makes sense, right? Because it's all about waiting the opponent out. You know, just be able to do little chip damage, and so if you're able to essentially get another health bar, you know, that goes a long way. All right, I'm just gonna check on. Just gonna check on the players, make sure they're good. Alright, yeah, so we should be getting back into it. Yeah, no more Grumbler today. That is true, because there was only one Grumbler on one team.
Grumbler is now banned.
Yeah, there you go. And we have
Gilligan's and Bandycraft and Noise Art.
Yeah, well, yeah, we're gonna have to see what the choices are from the players here. Alright, so for Dino, I believe that is Dino's second team. Yes, it is. And then we have Ket switching it up also. And is that team 2? No, that's team 1 from Ket, I believe. Yes. Okay, so this is really interesting because both of these teams like Heatwave.
Yeah, they both want a Heatwave right now, but that will give their opponent the upper hand for 1 turn.
Have you ever seen this? It's both leads are Heliath Dugout. I've never seen this before. This is amazing. I love this. I just like
Do you
this
even want to
archetype.
click Heat Wave right now?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Do you want to waste a turn enabling both teams? Like, I guess I feel like I don't know. Which team do you think benefits more from Heat Wave here, or is it just equal?
Dino. Well, no, maybe not Dino, because Ket has Skuldra, which can kind of wall a bunch of rally attacks, but in a vacuum, I think Dino definitely likes the Heat Wave more, because he has Demanding Set, he has Rally, he can... Well, I guess they both have Rally.
Yeah,
he has Demanding Set, and he can just blow you off the face of the planet by switching in the Demanding Set guy.
Yeah. Yeah, I almost feel like Dino probably just doesn't want to click Rally at all. I feel like... but I don't know. I guess it might just come down to tempo, where if somebody thinks they can get a knockout with Rally, they'll just click it.
Yeah, if one of the Heat Wave abusers is low or not even on the field right now, there's no reason not to click Heat Wave.
Yeah. All right, we have we got the block from Heliath, so we are going to see the drum this turn from Hopra to start giving some healing. But interestingly enough, that means that they can't. Now, if Heat Wave comes out from Ket, then it would have only been a one-sided Heat Wave, which is might have actually been beneficial. Although I guess the Skuldra doesn't really want to get sweaty. But it looks like we're going to see the block here. Yep, here we go.
Ooh.
Okay,
Skuldra is kind of trapped here because it can't doze. It's at 39 HP and it can't heal.
Yeah, that is a little unfortunate.
Pretty precarious because this is the guy that's meant to tank these hits.
Yeah, so we do see the rally from Ket. So Ket feels like they have the advantage here. So that Heliath, obviously, if it does nothing, it's going to get knocked out. But it's, we do have some good switches that could come out. Oh, okay, try to go for the block, but missed it.
Solid kill.
I don't know if that was a miscalculation or just really didn't think the rally would be coming out. And again, this is the time for Dino to strike back. Gonna get essentially
I think Dino really wants to threaten that Skuldra.
Yeah, so I don't know. I think Shloom might come in here, but I guess because I don't know if I guess Platian could come in and threaten that. But yeah, with the challenge that turns off Demanding Set, so we're not going to be able to see that.
Hopper is quite powerful on this team.
Yeah, so we might see a move up with Hopper and then an attack.
I think Hopper can kill here if it just targets the Skuldra.
Yeah, I agree. But I don't know. I'm not sure. The Dino might think that, it would just be a switch in to, say, Mudsley that could probably take the hit. But interestingly enough, Ket is not switching to Mudsley. He's actually switching.
Gaming. Evens up the game, puts Skuldra at 39 HP, the Torch Passer's down. Things are looking pretty bad, actually. Yeah.
Well, again, it's tied up now, but I do think Dino's in a decent spot. I don't know. It's both teams have some damage beasties, have some full health beasties. I don't know how much this Mudsley is really doing for Ket's team, because I feel like the Mudsley is there to guarantee that Heat Wave goes off. But if both teams want Heat Wave, then it doesn't really matter. So we get to see this.
Dino does have two Torch Pass beasties left, and Dino just lost his for 4 turns. So he might win a damage race if it comes to that. Yeah,
that's a good point. I mean, Torch Path definitely really nice just for trying to keep beasties healthy to make sure you always have something to switch into. Which again, if you have 2 offensive teams going at it, as long as they're not one hit wiping beasties, be able to switch out your your almost dead Torch Passer into bring back something else. It'd be pretty big. Oh, so we actually see the Tornado Ball there, and we see the Doze.
Both these guys hate getting heat waved, so I think this is good for Ket, even though he has a 57 HP Heliath in the back now.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Oh, and we got the full heal from Skuldra.
Yeah, yeah, we got that dose, so that's definitely going to be good for longevity. Going to be able to probably going to see the switch out for Skuldra into something else. We do have that dugout, which is activated now, being able to, you know, it was Sweaty coming back from wiped, so it's going to be able to threaten a lot of damage here.
Oh, does the Hubber have team shoot?
Ooh, we get to see build here from dugout. I was wondering if we were going to get to see this, but there's no front row moves from Dino, so there's no reason not to do it, I suppose, if Ket isn't planning on going to the front. Did get the successful block here, though. So
I'm dumb. I said that they got heat wave and they didn't get heat wave because of rhythm.
Yeah. Rhythm. Drums is something that Dino likes to bring on a lot of different teams, just for the passive healing, but also blocking that Sweaty can definitely be a big deal. And you know, Dino's Heliath already has Sweaty, so you know, want to prevent the rest of his team from getting Sweaty. I think it makes perfect sense. So I do think Dino is going to start to slowly make some progress here. Okay, actually going Tornado Ball into the wall. And
That's a smart move.
Yeah, that is smart, because you both get rid of the wall, but also disrupting a little bit, because the Tornado Ball switch effect still goes through, even if it's 0 damage. So the question is, I guess Heliath might stay in. If Dino, you know, was gonna do a successful block, then I think Heliath would survive. I didn't even do the block because I guess Skuldra attacked. So, or no, that was that must have been a Posser that attacked. Yeah, I guess that was the other thing I was talking about during team. Looking at the teams, this Posser is not max Spirit Attack, which I thought was really interesting. And also going for the Hardy, get some HP back, and but yeah, again, Dino is just starting to really dish out a lot of damage here, and starting to put some serious pressure on. All right, Ket's gonna try to take advantage of this dozing Skuldra, start using Whistle to make sure he can keep the rest of his team alive. But again, I don't know how long it's gonna last. Heliath does have to switch out here now, I would expect. Oh, actually goes for the block and get...
Heliath has one more turn to get a big hit in.
Yeah, I think this is great for Dino, because Heliath is going to get wiped without giving off a point. Oh, did we see... I could have sworn I saw Mist there. Oh, I did see Mist. Okay, it is Dreadful Mist. The effect on the screen sometimes takes a second for it to come in. But yeah, so we do see the Dread here to actually stop the Whistle from coming in. And again, we're going to see some of this chip damage put even more pressure on Ket's team. Although Dino's team, again, starting to see a little bit of damage in the back. What do you think is going to switch in here?
Yeah, the guy with 100 HP.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's kind of the obvious
on the other,
I wasn't sure.
The other two can't Torch Pass, so their HP matters.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I guess, yeah, this is
I think I would rather want to Torch Pass into those two guys with Shloom here.
Yeah. I was almost thinking, is it worth moving Shloom to the back row first? Since the Dino did have an extra action there, but I'm opting not to do it and just go for the extra damage, which I think is fine. But now it makes Torch Pass into something else, gonna be taking a lot more damage. I think Hopra would definitely survive, I think.
Oh, this is scary.
Platian also surviving, but taking a lot of damage.
This is a scary D-set. I think it kills everyone.
Yeah, this D-set, well, so we don't have the boost.
Ket can Torch Pass, but you can just target the other guy.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, Dino takes the lead. Lead was 2 points.
And now, this is pretty scary, because he's forced to switch in a super chip guy.
Yeah. Yeah, and I didn't even notice before, but Dino did get some traps off earlier, so this is starting to resemble one of other Dino's teams with Dread and traps.
Maybe Heliath can pull off 100 down on everyone randomly.
Yeah, I guess it's hard to change, the preferences of a player. Dino really just like having these alternate sources of damage, and it's really paying off in this matchup. Again, kind of an interesting...
Oh, okay, Hopper is actually really strong here. You just deset and kill everyone. Because it's High Spirits turned on.
Well, yeah. Oh, its High Spirit is on. That's a good point.
It's just straight up GG Dino game.
I think it... I'm not sure. I didn't see the preview. I think it was over 150, so yeah, I think block is not enough. Yep, there we go. Alright, that's game. Dino takes another game. Off to a very strong start.
Dino's team was crazy. That's a lot of damage.
Yep, that was
a lot faster.
Very impressive by Dino. Taking a 2-0 lead. Alright, it's all up to Ket. Ket knows what the last team is. So it looks like Ket is going back to the rally team with their team 3, the rally team with Noizard, which I do think is one of their strongest teams, so I think that makes sense. And Dino has to go with team number 1 now, and we are getting right into the last match, potentially. But
I'll see if Ket can bring it back.
Yeah, I'm hoping Ket can bring it back. All right, here we go. So,
like
Trat, it's Trat time.
Team with the classic, what's his name, Mudsley and Orgella lead.
Yep. Yeah. Blast from the past there. Going back to the first major tournament, Bring the Heat, where Dino's team did have both Mudsley and Orgella.
This is a bit of an interesting take on it, though, because this Orgella isn't clicking Trap 24/7, it's clicking Grit 24/7.
Yeah, which is, I thought it was really funny. It has Blaze in addition.
Orgella does not need to leave the field ever of its own volition, so
yeah,
it's clicking a 130 base power move all the time for the entirety of the game.
Yeah,
it's not that bad.
Yep. So I don't know. This is going to be really interesting. Oh, so we do see the rally. I was wondering if rally was going to happen or not, with how threatening,
Oh, that's strong.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, so I don't know if Dino's going to try to block here. I mean, we know what the attacker is, so I think that makes block pretty attractive if you know what's going to
The key to success in this fight for Ket is being able to kill that Orgella, because this team is entirely dependent on Orgella being there.
Yeah. Well, that's the main source of damage. Oh, block wasn't enough, actually.
He needed to switch there.
Yeah. I think that was a bit of a miscalculation from Dino. I feel like we did see that last game also, but, Dino was able to
That was actually
50-50,
because the Orgella could have died or the other guy could have died.
That's true. So maybe trying to hedge a little bit there. But, again, we're going to see another big Grit come out here. Probably enough to take out, the Charlie, so all of a sudden it's 1-1. This is a fast-paced game.
Play Noizard here? I think Noizard's a good move.
Yeah, Noizard's probably good just to guarantee this cut shot.
And maybe switch into that Zebra.
Yeah. Well, I think so. This is an interesting decision. If you click cut shot, it does.
You kill Ouroboros actually.
Yeah. Oh, actually, okay. So not going for that. Going for the contest. I wonder if they almost just want Orgella to. Well, no, I don't know.
Feels like an almost insurmountable advantage for Ket here, because he does a lot of damage to everyone, and Dino's main attack is Grit, which Circus walls, so...
Yeah, so, I mean, that was interesting. So, actually switching out the track got rid of Rally, which had the attack do less damage. But again, no cut shot, so not trying to, just score a point, just wants to get some damage off. I don't know if just didn't want Trat to stay in or what that was, but okay. So this I think is pretty good.
Yeah,
got
this
the block
is very
off.
good for Ket.
Yeah, and this is again, this could be a lot of damage coming out.
Yeah, I don't think there's a lot that Dino could do here actually.
Yeah, now I do think contest into that slot is a good idea. Because I don't think anything can really take it. I mean, I guess Mudsley doesn't get knocked out, but I don't know. It might get wiped from the dread, the extra dread damage. So it should be pretty close here. Okay, so we see the Sting come out. Got the point, but now has to free ball. Yeah. So Ket does have the lead. Ket is 2 points to 1, so it's actually okay for Ket to give up a point here. And honestly, I think a switch out here is probably not a bad idea.
Get some HP on the Circus.
Yeah. Yeah, I would. Well, because again, you only need to get one more score here, right? Okay, but I'm gonna go for the Frazzle first, which I think is.
That scored means that when Dino serves, the Circus will actually be able to attack. So I don't think there's much of a reason to attack out actually.
Okay.
Because it can attack here.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it did not get knocked out, so.
Yeah, just cut shot, and it's a very bad situation. Wait, why does...
Wait a
second.
second.
Why does that guy have 8 white right now?
Wait a minute. Wait, was there a trade dance? There's no trade dance on either of these teams,
someone explain to me why that guy has 8 white right now?
Do we find out a bug?
How did that happen?
Okay, so for everybody who's watching, Orgella has a trait that if Orgella goes to 0 or less stamina, Orgella's supposed to come back with 100 stamina and just be shook. That's the super organism trait. I don't know why Orgella is wiped right here.
How did that happen?
Okay, so this,
What?
Oh, Mudsley has trait dance. That's what it is.
Oh.
I forgot about that. I didn't even,
he gave that guy
register that. Wow, okay. Not a bug.
Well, let's see Dino take the game with a billion minefields.
Oh, okay. Alright, I don't know, that threw me for a loop there. I totally missed that Mudsley had trait dance. Oh man.
Oh, and when the Orgella tags out, it gets a full heal. So that's interesting.
Yeah, well, yeah, because the trait resets when you switch out. So, yeah, that's really interesting. Yeah, the more you learn, All right. Wait a minute. I think Ket might have. Yeah, Ket actually going for the double rally free ball instead of going for an attack. I guess worried from taking damage from the Quake here, which kind of makes sense. Okay, so I think Ket is trying to give up a point here, using the Frazzle. Oh, but we actually... Oh yeah, so there's the muscle memory. Actually only just enough to deal with...
Does Ket see a guaranteed point here?
No, this actually sucks. They have no way to attack.
No team chant?
Wait. No, there's no team chant.
Oh, Dino thread the needle. Dino thread the needle.
Yeah, I was about to say. I think all of a sudden Dino's in a good position here. I don't know. Can Ket even survive 2 turns to get Noiser back? Oh, okay. So we actually see. Oh, that's actually a clever move. Stacking up like that. If nothing else, just because take less damage. But again, we got okay, we're gonna see the Charlie move to the other slot. No, we're not.
Noizarn is gonna be able to switch in, but even then, the school copy will still be tired, so it can attack.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a clean 3-0.
Wow. Yeah. This. So yeah, Dino was able to get the combo.
Wait, I think did we see all 3 teams from Ket?
No, we've only seen 2 of them.
Oh. Wait, Circus got his HP back though. Yeah. And it has the performer buff.
Yeah.
And this what's it called? Lunaptra is gonna die next turn.
Yeah, so that's a good point. Oh, so we actually see the tag out there, which I think makes sense. But I believe, yeah, Noizard is going to survive, and Circus is going to come in.
This? Yeah, okay. Circus is Ket's ace in the hole here. It tanks the grit.
Yeah.
But its teammates all have like 40 HP, so...
Yeah.
It's going to need to protect those teammates.
This is going to be really tough, because... okay, obviously we're going to see a block here, so this contest is not actually going to knock anything out. But yeah,
Contest into the Ouroboros so that it can't blaze.
that's true. That's true. We're not gonna. Yeah, so we can't see a blaze, so it's not gonna be able to get a knockout.
Now you kill the Orgella if you can manage to survive this turn, because it can't stink to full heal.
Yeah, this is a tough spot though. Like
it doesn't have sweaty, so the grit isn't boosted. I don't know the calc right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I do think. Oh, there's no rally on the field, but I do think
Maybe because you can just X the circus. So it makes sense that Ket is switching into Plumast because it needs that guy to attack.
Yeah. Yeah, so the whole thing is Ket needs a BC who can attack. And that's the struggle. Because again, a lot of them are low. Okay, so we do see...
Okay.
Yeah, essentially a free switch in. So yeah, I don't know if we're going to see him move up or not. Okay, so we're not going to see him move up. Probably want to move back to try to stall things out. Oh, he's maybe gonna stack up. Interesting. Okay, so yeah, I mean we basically has to, oh, okay, so could actually challenge here, and now all of a sudden we don't see Hex because of the Angry. Oh, okay, this is a really... Yeah, this is unfortunate. I think...
This is rough.
I think this is game.
I think Dino gets one more hit in.
Okay, so... two very low beasties, and unfortunately both tired.
No, they're both tired. This is game over.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, we're double wiped. Another wiped on the bench. Gonna bring in Noizard here, but...
Fighting to the last breath.
Yeah. Man.
Those were good games.
Dino. Unstoppable. Dino, our champion of the Conquest Clash. GG's to both players. Got to see some really interesting strategies, and man, I have to say, I'm always skeptical of trait dance nonsense, I like to call it. Oh, you want to get superorganism on your Mystic to be able to spam Hex? Like, that means you have to trait dance with Orgella, but then you also need to trait dance with Mystic. Like, that sounds so easy to stop. But if you manage a way to do it, it's just so strong. You just shut down your entire enemy team, you know, if they don't have drums or whatever, right? So, like... Yeah, that was...
I always want to have Tornado Ball or Cyclone on my teams for that stuff.
Yeah, and that's it. Congrats to Dino. I'm gonna go ahead and ask if Dino wants to join us here.
Congrats on the best of 5 victory.
Yeah, Dino, do you want a post-game interview? So I'm gonna wait until Dino responds, but yeah, I mean, again, congrats to Dino. I mean, both showing that, you know, some of his old teams he can, you know, put a twist on them and still make them good, but also show off some of this other nonsense and they'll, you know, win games against, you know, some of the strongest meta, you know, rally teams. So, man, huge props. But also shout out to Ket. Again, wonderful player. A lot of these games were quite close. I mean, heck, that last game, Ket was definitely in a position to be able to potentially close it out. It just, you know, didn't quite work out. So, all right. Well, I'm gonna hop over to the other lobby. Yeah, I'm gonna hop into the other voice chat, and yeah, we'll talk to Dino in just a sec. Hello, Dino. Oh, you can't hear me. Let me tell them you can unmute and undeaf. Hello, Dino. Congratulations on winning. That was very impressive to see. How are you feeling after that?
Very well played.
I suppose I'm feeling good.
Yeah, it's hard not to feel good after being able to sweep in a match like this. I mean, this was a new format. Having to bring 3 different teams, all with unique beasties. It's almost an overwhelming situation to be in because there's so many possibilities. And yet you can't build the same team 3 times, right? So figuring out what different teams to bring, I imagine could be a challenge. So how did you pick? I kind of want to focus on this Superorganism Hex team. What made you decide to bring this team to this match?
Well, some people wanted to see me play trash, so
yeah,
I decided just was itching to play trash.
You say that. I remember seeing a couple people in the Discord saying, I really need to see Trat represented. Trat is a fan favorite beastie. It unfortunately doesn't see a whole lot of PvP play, but I'm happy to see a Trat victory today. And yeah, again, a lot of fun. We actually got to see a few different types of teams. I was saying in some of the pre-game stuff that we saw obviously kind of this combo Superorganism Hex team, but we also got to see your traditional kind of old school stall team, with a little bit switched up and 4 dozes, just hyper defensive. But then I was happy to see also you brought a Heatwave team, which funnily enough, both players ended up using their Heatwave teams at the same time, so kind of made an interesting dynamic there. But I love the team variety also. So I guess, do you have any other last comments or shout outs you want to give to anybody?
I don't know. Shout out to Ket. Is a very good player, of course.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised he decided to bring Hiliachi Heatwave to. I was testing, it was really strong.
Yeah.
A really strong start.
Yeah, it definitely is strong. Well, thank you again, Dino, for participating, and congratulations on your victory. And we look forward to talking to you later.
Thanks for hosting. Goodbye.
Of course. Alright. Well, Bolimar, it's over. We did it. We had our first Conquest clash here.
I'm sorry to make the pre-show.
No, you're good. It happens. Not a big deal. Again, you were here when it counted. You made it here in time for the matches that we like to see. And anything you want to say to close us out before I do last minute shoutouts?
I'm very impressed with the teams. They're very well made teams. I felt like there was a lot of diversity, and I guess you need a format like this to see teams like that.
Yeah, that's a great point. Again, we honestly saw multiple teams that you would not see in a regular format because of the restriction, right? Where you can't use the same beastie across your teams. So I think it's a really interesting format. Again, we'll have to see. Obviously, these events, they're a little bit harder to coordinate and set up. Like, doing a regular weekly with 3 teams for each player. Obviously, even if it doesn't go to the full 5 games, it can still take a long time. And you also got to track all the team codes. So there's obviously some hurdles to overcome. But I think it's a really fun format.
Takes hours of in-game time to build 3 teams.
Yeah, it's a big investment. That's a good point. It's a high barrier to entry for a lot of players too. So, yeah, that's a good point. I just want to give a shout out to everybody who helped me here. Obviously, Bolimar, thank you for co-casting with me. It is so much easier to commentate a match when you have somebody else who's knowledgeable about the game. So thank you very much. Really appreciate that.
I hope it wasn't that big a deal that I missed it.
No, again, you made it when it counted. That was the important part. So, other shout-outs. Thank you so much to the players, obviously, both Dino and Ket. I've been messaging them for like, I feel like 2 weeks now trying to set up the schedule and everything like that, make sure they understand the rules and that everything's set up for them. Shout out to Vin, who did kind of the TO behind the scenes. Again, you didn't have to see that, but making sure that while I'm streaming and like doing the pre-show and doing that kind of stuff, if there are any issues with like the players streaming, they have questions, getting that set up. So thank you so much, Vin, for that. Obviously, huge shout outs to Kim of the Happy Hearts for setting up the beautiful artwork you see here, and also for the interviews that I was able to, you know, take a little excerpts from. So huge shout outs. And also to Taxi, you know, asking for a few pieces of advice, you know, just for coordinating the event, because Taxi, again, does a lot of the competitive events in the community. I hope I'm not forgetting anybody else specifically, but just thank you to the community. Everybody's been really supportive of this event. Again, this is the first time I'm running an event like this, let alone of a new format. So I hope everyone watching enjoyed it. I hope everybody had a good time. And I hope to do more events in the future. So thank you, everybody. I'm going to close the stream here, and have a good night.